Okay, so I got a customer who brought in 3 pieces of equipment. I actually went and picked it up. So he's got a Husqvarna lawnmower, a Husqvarna weed eater, and a Stihl chainsaw. Now, he said he bought the Husqvarna mower and weed eater 2 seasons ago from the local hardware store. So these things are not cheap. Now, it's quite obvious that I'm sure you can see that it's been left outside uncovered. I'm not discouraged by the fact that people leave things outside. I know sometimes that's just a fact of life, but it is important that you cover them because the sun is very damaging. The leaves and the dirt get in there and rust it all out. And you can see on the weed trimmer that it's discolored it significantly. Now, he says the lawnmower doesn't run, wouldn't start last season. The weed eater wouldn't start last season, but the Stihl chainsaw was given to him, and he says he thinks that the rope is broke. So we'll have to tear that one open and see when it will start. So I'm going to go through the diagnostic process, but on this one I'm going to do it a little differently because I'm a bit concerned about the rope being left out in that long that it's going to break on us. So if it's going to break, I would rather it break after we get it running. Okay, so these are Allen screws. Kind of strange. It's been a long time since I've seen lawnmowers use Allen screws. Usually it's Torx nowadays. It might still be a Torx. It's just hard to see. I couldn't get a Torx down there. So it turned out it was a Torx screw. Now we'll take off the rope pull assembly. Let's see if it's locked up. Nope. Not locked up, so that's good. Well, my genius plan of using the drill to start it didn't pan out. I don't have a 15/16 socket to use with the drill, and the hardware store is closed on Sundays, so I'll have to use the rope and just hope it holds. Typically when the rope stays out for a couple seasons, it's not going to work. But taking it off, I was able to find the part number to the engine, so we'll at least be able to get some parts if need be. So what we're going to do, first step is take the air filter off, and we're going to get some starting fluid. It's got this weird configuration here, so I'm going to put a little hose on it. It doesn't really fit. And this has an automatic choke that runs to the muffler. So when it heats up, the choke releases. Well, we're going to open the choke up so we can get that carb cleaner, or I'm sorry, starting fluid, into the carburetor. Now we're going to try to start it, see if it'll at least turn over a few times. You know, it'll run off the carb cleaner, but it won't run. Okay, as you saw, I was able to get it started with carburetor or starting fluid, but I shut it down. It ran for, I don't know, 5 minutes or so. I shut it down and then it wouldn't start again on its own. I'm sure it would start just fine if I put more starting fluid in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to adjust the valves because it was really hard to pull. And as it was running and warming up, it seemed that it was running a little bit rough. So that kind of indicates that it needs a valve adjustment. Seems a little odd considering how new this machine is, or how little it's ran, but it's quite possible. I had a generator not that long ago that needed a valve adjustment. Oh yeah, I can see it now. It needs one. We'll clean some of this oil off of it. Okay, I'm going to take the spark plug out. I've already loosened it, but I had a camera issue because taking the spark plug out makes it turn over easier by hand, which you'll see in a minute that's what we have to do to adjust the valves. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the crank up here until this is all the way out and that one's all the way in, which I think this one's already all the way out. Yeah, that one's out. That one's in. So it's pretty loose. This is supposed to be 4 to 7 thousandths. I'm pretty confident it's much looser than 4 to 7. Okay, so 7 thousandths should not go in, and yeah, easily goes in. Easily goes in. So now we got to figure out the combination on how to tighten it here. So okay, so got a Torx, and yep, that was it right there. And so this bolt on the outside, so you see a Torx wrench or Torx screw on the inside and a nut on the outside. So we're going to tighten the nut. They don't make it easy to get to. Check the 7, still really loose. Okay, that was too tight. Oh. Okay, so let's check the 7. Still goes in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick the 4 in there. I'm going to tighten it until the 4 gets snug. Then if we need to, we can back it off. It's requiring a lot of movement here. Okay, that snugged it up. So we'll loosen it up a bit. Now we'll check the 7, make sure it doesn't go in. Nope, doesn't go in. So now we'll hold the nut so it doesn't move, and we'll tighten the Torx. And then we'll check everything again. Okay, now we'll do the bottom one, so we'll turn the top one in. It's extremely loose too. So I'm just going to stick a 5/1000 wrench in there. That way I don't have to sit here and adjust. I'll just tighten it down to 5. Okay, so I got a 5 in there, and I'm going to tighten it up with the 5. Nope. Still pretty loose. We'll see. I'll stick a 7 in and see if a 7 will go in. Yeah, it goes in. Dang. Check a 7. Okay, so I'm at the back of the engine. This is the cable that goes up to the handlebar and pulls out with the handle there. And so what I saw is the cable wasn't pulling this back far enough, so it was still causing the ignition coil to shut off. So I loosened it up, got some WD-40 down into it, and now it's working. So now I can start it. So I put the cover back on, and I'll turn it over. Since that took a little bit longer than I expected, and I ended up doing more maintenance than diagnostics, I think what I'm going to do is I'll work on the other ones tomorrow. So if you'll click this up next box, take you to a video where I was working on something, so I hope I can inspire you to fix something today so you can live your dreams. Thanks for watching.